Showtime, folks. Spidey's back with a great movie review tonight. A classic from 1964, starring Vincent Price. And the name of the movie is The Last Man on Earth. A horrific end-of-the-world vampire doomsday movie. Okay, let's take a look at the backside. You can probably hear it on the left in my DVD player. We'll show you some clips in a few minutes. There's the backside of the DVD case. It's got a lot of a ton of information here, man. You know, all the stars of the movie, who was written by, produced by, a couple little photos. It's actually, you get a lot of information back here, man. It's really quite nice. We'll show you the edge too. I know you love this. Anyway, this movie came out in 1964. It's based on the novel I Am Legend, and then of course the Omega Man with Charlton Heston was based on this movie too, I Am Legend. So like I said, 1964. Vincent Price plays a scientist trying to figure out how to cure this airborne virus that's killing the entire world. He plays Dr. Robert Morgan in this movie. He works at this research center, you know, trying to find, you know, cures for viruses and all kinds of stuff like that. You know, a chemical company of some sort, or a research center, whatever you want to call it. So basically the movie is pretty much it was actually filmed in Rome, Italy, and I like the way this movie comes across. I don't know how they got the people of Rome to do this, but the movie, there's hardly anybody, as about halfway through the movie, there's hardly anybody on the streets at all. It's just like completely vacant. I mean, there's, you know, I mean, it's just great looking, man. And I like the soundtrack of this movie too. It's actually really doomy. It's depressing. It's not happy at all. And just the side, you know, basically it's always the hazy sun shining through, pollution, overcast. The city just looked completely dead from an aerial view from a distance and everything. It's really depressing, but I like it a lot, man. It starts off kind of happy because everybody's still alive, but it's starting to kill people around the entire world, the virus. Like I said, it's an airborne virus, of course. And so basically, Vincent Price and his colleagues at this research center are trying to find some kind of a cure for the virus. And of course, there's all kinds of rumors spreading around that the dead are coming back to life and becoming vampires and stuff like that. And it's actually true, but Vincent Price doesn't believe it. And his colleagues are kind of like, you know, they kind of think about it. Maybe it's happening, man. But he refuses to believe it until like pretty much the entire population of the planet is dead. Oh my God, it's just a great flick, man. I mean, like I said, the first half is kind of like, first quarter is kind of decent, you know, and people are just running around trying to get out of the city, out of the country, stuff like that, because they know their neighbors and their colleagues are dying left and right, and they're coming back to life as vampires. They can't come out at night. They can't stand a reflection in the mirror, regardless, stuff like that. So Vincent Price is basically doing his best with his colleagues to try to find a cure for this thing. This movie was basically, it was written by Richard Matheson, and a whole bunch of real interesting people got involved in this movie. Sidney Salkow directed the movie. Soundtrack, I'm not really sure who did the music and the soundtrack, but as you can hear, it's kind of really depressing sounding. Let's show a clip here. Turn the volume up for all you people. Gotta get it going for you. Like I said, it's kind of a darkly filmed movie, so basically it's hard to see this particular picture.
Long hours before the sun.
See, now he narrates this movie during the whole movie, Vincent Price. He's actually barricades himself in the house because the whole rest of the world is pretty much all dead, right? And so basically he's got to survive. You know, he's like the last man on Earth, even though he actually isn't the last man on the Earth. But that's what the name of the movie is. But he thinks he's the last man on Earth. There's actually pockets of people still alive in the city and around the world. So basically, it's just, look at that back cover again. I wonder if you can see this. I'm not too sure. Okay, let's check my time. I just started this one. Oh, we're up to 5 minutes. We're good. Like I said, about 1/4 of the way through the movie, it's pretty much normal. But then, as everybody, see, you can listen to this. This is one of his colleagues. You can probably hear that. He's banging on Vincent Price's doors and windows with a 2x4. He's already turned into a vampire zombie, or what do you want to call him. And Vincent Price has himself completely barricaded in his house. You know, the mirrors on the outside of the doors, garlic hanging by him. You know, this is great, man. Vincent Price has got to just listen to this shit until the sunrise comes up in the morning before they all go hiding again in the little cubby holes, all the dead people. they're trying to kill him, man. They think that he's to blame for the plague, you know, the virus. He's not. He's actually immune to the virus because, according to his narration, he was bitten by some kind of a bat when he was quite a bit younger. And some reason he's immune to that virus. So, and he's, you know, he's one of the scientists trying to work on a cure and stuff like that, right? It's just a great movie, man. It's a great movie. But as the movie goes along, his wife dies, his child dies, all of us. Oh no, his wife is dying now. What happens is once the virus takes a hold of you, you lose your eyesight just before you die. Your vision, man, it's fucking sad, man. Really sad. Just before his wife dies here, his little girl dies too, man. Oh my God, it's so sad. It's just, it'll kind of like make you tear up a little bit, man. There's nothing he can do, man. Because if he contacts the authorities, they'll come and pick up the little girl and his wife, and they'll take her to some type of a center. And then when they die, they get thrown into this pit. There's this giant pit on the outskirts of Rome, the city, just completely on fire, and they throw all the bodies in there. It's like oh, it's really doomy looking, man. It's just like, every time he has to go. Well, what he does too, since the movie's already pretty much everybody's dead around the whole world. He like in the morning when the sun comes up, he has to go get provisions and stuff, right? And he has to go to the supermarkets. He has to go get more gasoline, fresh garlic, and all kinds of stuff. He has to find out where the vampires are hiding so he can stake them and kill them. And unfortunately, he's killing innocent people, live people too. Show another clip here. Now he's filling up his gas tank in his garage. Well, actually, he's making the steaks here. He's like a woodworker. He's making steaks too. You know, he probably goes out and kills 15 or 20 of these vampire zombies. Now he's in this daytime. He's heading out to get provisions, right? Oh man! Turn the volume down. All right. But anyway, as the movie goes along, it gets more depressing, more depressing, more depressing. There's no hope. You know, he's desperately trying to survive. He doesn't realize there's pockets of people still alive around the world in different parts of the country and other countries. But he thinks everybody that's walking around is the goddamn vampire, zombie, whatever, undead thing, you know. He doesn't realize there's a bunch of live people just like him around there too. And unfortunately, he starts killing some of the live people, and all the other people who they kill his ass at the end, man, because he killed hundreds of their colleagues, you know, stuff like that. Oh my God, we're up to about 8 minutes, not bad. But like I said, he has to go out every morning, right, and just start his normal stuff. He picks up gasoline, more fresh garlic, more food provisions, all kinds of stuff like that, you know. He has to go find some of the hiding spots and kill some of the so-called vampire undead people. Yeah, he's scouring the whole city, man. He's got this chart in the inside of his house where he's got thousands of check marks, right? Where all the areas in the city that he's basically already found the dead people and started killing them. Oh man, this is so sad, man. The movie has no happy spots in the movie. It's just really dismal, sad, depressing. You know, great soundtrack. The photography is outstanding. It's got a lot of gloomy, doomy scenes. Like I said before, they did a great job evacuating Rome so people wouldn't be involved in shooting of the movie. I don't know, they paid everybody off, man. You know, there's just, or maybe it's early morning when there ain't much traffic in the main cities in Rome and Italy or whatever. You know, but it's really cool, man. God, listen to this, man. You feel so bad about him, man, because he's doing what he thinks is best, you know? As he thinks he's the last man on Earth, but of course, I think I just explained he's not. You know, unfortunately, he has these nightmares every single night when he's trying to sleep in his house, and all his dead people are banging on his walls and his windows and his front door trying to get in to kill him. You know, and I like the fact that he narrates the movie as it goes along, Vincent Price, too. He talks about his ordeal, when it started, you know, the happier times, and now where he's at the present moment. You know, it's great, man. He goes, what do I got to do today? He looks at a chart. I got to get to this part of the city. Got to pick up what I need to pick up. I know there's some zombies, undead vampires sleeping in that building. You know, stuff like that. Oh, I know. I laugh about this, but it's really funny, man. He's like a man on a mission, right? And you feel bad for him because he has no clue, like I said, there's other people are actually alive in the city. He just thinks that he's the last man on Earth. And let me check my time here. Ooh, 11 minutes. We got about 7 more minutes to go. Let's check out another little clip here, man. Like I said, the picture quality is a little dark on this movie. Don't listen. Don't despair. Don't despair. It's a letterbox. You're not going to see much here. See, they're all trying to get him all the time. They're waiting for him at night when he comes home. He has to get home before the sun sets every night. Oh, it's a great flick. Good, turn this down, man. Flip that webcam back so YouTube doesn't have a shit fit. The zombies are actually pretty cool. They're like vampire zombies. I mean, they got kind of cool makeup, shredded clothing, kind of decayed-looking skin. You can actually hear some of this soundtrack. It's actually pretty depressing, this flick, folks. But I like this flick a lot because it's really, if you like doomy, end-of-the-world type zombie, vampire type movies, virus type movies, this is a great movie, man. 1964, man. I mean, considering that was like, what 50-some years ago? I mean, just do the math here, man. Like I said, it was based on the book I Am Legend. And it has, like I said, it has a lot of good people working on it. Great cast. You know, the soundtrack is outstanding. The photography is outstanding. It has a complete sense of doom and gloom, and you know, hopelessness, I should say. You know, oh God, I love this movie. I've watched this movie a bunch of times, man. When I first saw it, I go, this is kind of depressing, man. Well, I've had it for quite a few years in my collection, and basically, I consider it pretty much a damn classic, man. And Vincent Price does a pretty good job here, man. He plays, like I said, he plays one of the research centers. He goes under the name Dr. Robert Morgan. Somebody said that his name was Dr. Robert Neville, but that's not true. It's Dr. Robert Morgan. I did some research. It even says it right on the back of this right here, man. Like I said, all the actors in this movie, the dubbing is really cool, even though it was filmed in Italy. All the actors that we come across in the movie, the English is perfect. I'm not sure if they actually are speaking the English themselves or having some of the English dubbed in for them. But it's really well done, this movie, folks. I mean, I can't praise this movie high enough. I mean, like I said, if you're looking for a really depressing end-of-the-world type movie, this is actually pretty damn good. See, now he's just crazy, man. He's just laughing because he knows his predicament is hopeless, you know. See, he's laughing because they're banging on his wall on one of the nights that he's been barricaded for years in his house, man, and going out during the daytime trying to do what he needs to do. He lost his wife and his child, all his friends, his colleagues, his friends. See, there's Morgan. The guy you can hear is his colleague that worked with him at the research center. He didn't believe the virus was real, and now he's a fucking zombie, man. Or a vampire zombie, what do you want to call him, man? Oh my God. Okay, just turn the sound on. That's even better. Anyway, so like I said, we're going to give this movie a goddamn great rating, man. Oh, my God. Like I said, you can sit and watch this movie. Some people say that the acting isn't overly good, but some people said that Vincent Price shouldn't have been cast in this movie as the main doctor here, but he does a pretty good job, I think. Vincent Price is Vincent Price, right? What can you say? He's a legend. Too bad he passed away quite some time ago, but, he did a lot of movies in his career. I grew up with the Vincent Price, as a lot of people did, man. I probably saw pretty much all of his goddamn movies since, all of his horror movies and sci-fi, actually horror movies and gloomy and doomy movies, stuff like that. Oh, I like Vincent Price, man. He was a hoot to watch on the big screen, man, or the little screen over there. Oh, my God. Anyway, of course, the inside has no insert. I wish they would have put an insert on the inside. That would have been kind of cool, but what can you do? It doesn't make any difference. The backside has all the information you need anyway. And you can go to YouTube and check out a YouTube trailer. There's probably a zillion. There actually are a zillion of them on there with this movie, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Let's check my time. That's why I got my magnifying glass. All right. Woo-hoo. Ooh, I can't even see with this thing. Well, we gotta shut this review down. Anyway, we're gonna rate this movie right now. Like I said, I cannot explain every little detail about this movie. You gotta just watch it from start to finish, and it kind of sucks you right in. You feel so bad for the entire cast in the country and the world, and stuff like that. There's nothing you can do except watch these events just take place, the destruction of mankind, stuff like that. So we're going to rate this movie. I'm actually going to rate this movie a 9. I'm going to rate it 9 Spiderwebs. I'm not going to give it quite a full 10, but 9 Spiderwebs is a damn fair rating on this movie, man. Even though it's 50-some years old, 54 years old, whatever, or 50 years old. I don't know. Just do the math. So we got to call it here. I don't want to stretch this. Let me check my... Well, actually, it was only 17 minutes. I can sit and babble for a few minutes. Let's show another little clip again. There's really not much to see here.
I've been running through this thing with a fine-tooth comb. The germ is visible under a microscope, but it's not like any bacilli I ever known.
He's talking to his wife. Actually, he's talking to one of the ladies that follow him back to his house. She's the one that gets him killed at the very end. She's part of that group that's still alive in the city. Oh, actually, no, that's his wife's. This is early on in the movie. His wife is still alive in this part right here. Okay, that's enough. You've seen enough. I'm sure YouTube will be pissed off as hell. But anyway, we're going to give it, like I said just previously, 9 Spiderwebs because it's a classic end-of-the-world movie. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to be reviewing next, but I thought this would be a good follow-up to my last review. And I think I did a pretty good job in this particular review. Like I said just previously, I can't show you every little clip here. It would take an hour. Actually, the movie's probably about an hour and 40 minutes long anyway, hour and a half. It would take me too long to show you every little clip, and I don't want to irritate some people. So basically, check it out on YouTube and tell me what you think, and don't forget to hit the description down below. Put your comments down there. Seriously, put your comments down. So we're gonna end this this particular. Let me see what's going on here. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. We got to get going, folks. So until then, like I said, for the 5th time, 9 Spiderwebs for The Last Man on Earth, starring Vincent Price. Woohoo! Good movie, folks. Good movie. I wish I could show you every little clip and explain a little bit more about the movie, but you just have to watch it. It's not a happy movie, folks. Not a happy movie. Until then, we'll see you later, man. Check it out, man.